So anyway, this thing's going back to the shop. Not happy about it, that's for sure, because he needs to finish beans. I really don't want to be out here right now.
Here's Ronald in the sprayer.
Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. You guys are probably wondering, it also looks kind of dark out. What the heck are you doing, Ron? Well, I'm heading up to the farm. It is really stupid early in the morning. It's 5:30 right now. I meant to leave at 5, oh well. And we're gonna be getting some rain today, probably around noon or so. I haven't been able to spray in the last week just because it's been so wet. So the corn up in Bellevue, which you guys last time we saw it, the boom failed. Cracked it out up in Bellevue, so I only got a little bit done. So I'm hoping to go up there and finish Bellevue, finish Andrew, and get the sprayer home. They did get the sprayer fixed since I last been up there, so I'm curious to see what they did. And the Bellevue corn is up. So yeah, not the greatest situation in the world, and it's gonna be a little breezy today, but we need to get moving. It's go time. It's late May. We need to get the crop sprayed. The first pass done. We need to get the crops in the ground for one. Both Nathan and Pat had some pretty major failures yesterday, so we're limping to the finish line, that's for sure. I'll go into that a little bit later, but let's get up to the farm. Well, this isn't a good start to the day. It's been raining on me for the last 10 minutes. Hopefully it quits. I think it will. Need my coffee this morning. Pat's getting his seed loaded up. I'm getting fuel put in the sprayer right here. And I gotta put some gear increaser fluid in, basically what makes it go faster. And yeah, like I was saying before, 340 had a catastrophic failure. Again. This thing is heading back to the shop. So, story on this thing. About 3 weeks ago, no, probably a month and a half ago, this thing was on the anhydrous bar and all of a sudden it wouldn't shift into 7th through 12th gear. That's basically said that's the middle clutch pack. This thing has 3 clutch packs, 1 through 6, 7 through 12, 13 through 19. 7 through 12 went out. They got it fixed, brought it back to us 20 hours later. Last night, Nathan couldn't go into 7th gear. So he ended up planning in 6th gear, going 4 mile an hour at full RPM, and yeah, he just did what he could. But so anyway, this thing's going back to the shop. Not happy about it, that's for sure, because he needs to finish beans. He's only got probably 120 acres left. And it's not like we can just throw it, we have another tractor to throw it on. So they're gonna bring us the loaner tractor down so Nathan can get going. Contemplating life choices with seed. Bye, Felicia. Heading north. 4440 with a 1,600 gallon tank. Beautiful. That's cool looking. All right, let's get out of here. Just getting into the town of Bellevue. Spraying along right now. It's definitely marginal at best. I really don't want to be out here right now. It's tacky. It's not sticking to the tires that bad, but it is a little bit, and I have my fat tires on still. That's not good. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I had a pop at stock number 10, so I just swapped it. Now I gotta recalibrate it. Basically, it's gonna tell you your number 1, your number 2, your number 3, all the way down to 61 or 50, 49, 50, I think. So I'm gonna do that and then keep spraying, I guess. Something just didn't smell right when I just loaded up there, but oh well. All right, so now the fun part. So I decided to pull the plug and quit spraying up north. So I basically have Bellevue and Andrew. There's basically, let's see, there's 15, 18, 10 acres left around, so whatever that adds up to, plus another 50 acres over at Andrew. So there's basically 2 loads left that I'm just not going to do. It's just too wet up here. If I had the skinny tires on, I'd be fine, but I'm worried when it's too wet and I have the fat tires on, I'm going to be running over corn regardless. And when you run over corn when it's this wet, it's going to permanently damage the crops. So it is what it is. I'm going to call it good. I'm going to pack up this trailer. My brother's actually going to pull this trailer home. Oh, that's what smells. Accidentally had a little Roundup come on there. Well, I found the culprit. Whoops. All right, so I'm gonna go pack up this trailer. The fun part is I gotta back it all the way down and around. Back it all the way down and around over there by Bobby's new car. He's gonna have to move that. Yo! Drive your car over here. I'm gonna need that spot. All right, I'll mount you guys up so you can see my amazing backing skills. See how many times it takes me to do this. Hey, how about those backing skills? I only had to pull forward a couple times. I'm impressed with myself. Alright, I'm just heading home. Like I said, I loaded up with a full load just because that tank, I do not trust that tank with, it had 1,300 gallons on it at that point. And I don't trust it with more than 500, so I took off as much water as I could, loaded up a full load with my sprayer, got 800 gallons. It's not good on the sprayer, but it's what we have to do for now. Bobby is taking that water trailer home for me, my brother Bobby. You guys haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, let's see you guys back at the farm. Hey, happy 1200 hour birthday, sprayer. Woo! We've owned this thing. This thing's pre-owned. It was farmer owned from like 2013 to 2016. It sat on the dealer for 2 years. Then we bought it in 2018. And we put on, I think we bought it with like 500-ish hours on it, somewhere around there. And we put on 700-ish since then. Let's boogie out here and maybe get a load or two off at Preston. Oh yeah, I can't forget to mention, anything look different on the boom? Anything a little brighter? Anything a little bit more beefed up? That's right. Right there is where my boom cracked. That tube right there is separated from the main beam and the fold cylinder, just because when you got 20 feet folding, puts all the stress right there and actually cracked that tube out. So we put a big old gusset and a bunch of weld on there on both sides. That side was cracked, that side was completely broke and broke off. We also put like basically a doubler plate right there by the pins, by the main pins. So hopefully this boom will not be breaking anytime soon. Nice upgrades, I feel. Even though this boom should be designed a little heavier, especially in big stress points like that. What do you do? Oh, she's getting a little breezy out. That's no good. It is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna have to just take my time and really make sure I get the boom down and everything. Corn's doing good. Corn's at V4. Nathan just got the new tractor because, like I said before, the transmission went out on the other one. So Raider just brought us down a loaner. Stop. You gotta swing wide, dummy.
I haven't hit it yet.
Oh, I'm talking about you gotta turn left.
Oh, I gotta go that way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Out you go.
Oh, I got it.
All right. Back up then. Swing wide.
Okay.
We'll see how good Bobby can do. Corn's looking good here though. By the way, Robert. So water trailer's going, water's going in the trailer. So I'm gonna go check with Nathan. He's got the 310 Magnum that we got back on the farm. He's got that getting filled up. We're getting ready to roll. And right there. He just filled up with seed and he's gonna get rolling. Chores are done or just about done. Saying rain by 11:30. Fun. There's Nathan in the 310 and his 1245 30 foot 12/23. It's a splitter planter. So he's gonna fill up with fuel and then he's gonna actually head back. He'll be planting right near me where I'm gonna be spraying. So like I said, it's definitely marginal on the windy side, but this stuff's gotta get sprayed. This corn's gonna be popping up here quick with this nice warm temperatures. So it's just, we gotta get it sprayed. Nathan has this planted already. You can kind of see the spray smoked a lot of the weeds. There's still some kind of being maggy around. I don't know why. For some reason our chemical is just not getting as good of a kill this year. Follow the recipe that they gave us, so I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna spray this piece right here, then up on top of the hill there. Then this piece here, and then this piece here. This corn's already up too. My Lord. Wow. There's Nathan's bean tender, I should say. So now let's go ahead and spray this.
I think I've got deja vu. This is all too familiar. Yesterday our tractor started having problems again. The main one, the 340. And it was the same problem we had before with the gears. The mid-range clutch gears, 7 through 12, quit working on me when I was planting. I kept planting yesterday, but at a very slower pace. I could only go 4 miles an hour. But we got this tractor back and they took it back to the shop up there in Raiders. And hopefully today we'll be down to 40 acres after today. Get this done before it rains, hopefully. 40 acres that I'm gonna leave and not do yet. We gotta haul manure on it yet. So that'll be a little later planting. Kind of a test to see if there's any difference between the earlier planting and the later planting. It's kind of the status on how we're doing.
I'm wondering what the heck is leaking so bad. I think I gotta change that poppet. It's just dribbling. I don't like that. I'm gonna run it for a little bit and then see what it does. There's Nathan. Going down, and I got another nozzle that's stuck or something. Alright. Yeah, that nozzle's stuck. 51.
Here's Ronald in the sprayer. Just a spraying away. Getting a little windy, so he's going to be quitting here soon, but this is the stuff we just planted last night that he's getting sprayed.
So my issue was I had another nozzle body that was sticking. Basically, instead of pulsing like this, the spring got stuck open and it just wasn't working. So what I do is I have an extra nozzle body in here. I just swap it out, and that way, and when I swap it out, I have to recalibrate the boom because it's got to know exactly where it's at. One's going to follow 2, it's going to follow 3, etc., etc. Well, when I break that chain and put a new one in, it's going to recalibrate and tell each other where it's at. So while it's doing that, I just tear apart the nozzle body that's stuck, clean it out, and hopefully it's good to go. So let's get going. There's Nathan, he's rolling. Slamming beans in. This is kind of a neat experiment for us. We've, to my knowledge, never straight no-tilled corn on into corn. There's a lot of residue though. He had to move out of the way to get the seeds in. There's going to be a lot of residue to come up, but I think we basically did it just out of necessity. We didn't have time to really work this. It needed to get planted. We added anhydrous on it, or the anhydrous was put on it like a couple days ago, and then we planted it. So yeah, we haven't like I said, to my knowledge, we've never done this before, so I'm really curious to see. We saved money to not do 2 tillage passes over it, but I'm curious to see if we're going to take a yield hit from it at all. We'll see. I'm just spraying it right now. Don't like those weeds. Just got done with that piece. 30 acres right there. So now I got like 40 acres right here-ish, and then another 30 over there. And I'm probably going to be done. Another nozzle that's stuck. Let's go change it. So here's the nice waterway we put in last year, I think, 2 years ago, I can't remember. Really nice, turned out awesome. But the problem is, it didn't show up on the boundary. I know I mapped it. It was the first field I mapped this year, and it didn't pull in. More software fun. First load's up, sprayed off for the most part. So now we're gonna go ahead and I gotta switch the shuttles. The shuttle of Roundup is kaput, it's empty. So I need to go ahead and basically take the flow meter, put it, or the pump, put it over here, clear all this stuff out, take this tube off, we get the skid loader, yank it, pull it out, and then go bring the other one over. Let's go grab the skid loader and then we'll switch shuttles. Oh, it's been a week since I've been up here, but Pat had an issue last night again with the clutches off his planter. So again, how his planter works is it's got a drive shaft that's hydraulically driven. So it's mechanical, everything's mechanical for the most part. So the drive shaft goes through a clutch and then down to a chain drive down to the row units. Chain to cable drive to the row unit. And what happened was, for the second time this year, one of his clutches went out. And the clutch basically gets it to it, so he has 12 sections across his planter. So when he's going into an angled head row, instead of shutting all the planter off at once, he can shut off every 2 rows at a time. And they're handy because it saves you seed, but yeah, they've been a pain to work with this year. There you are, there's my new shuttle Roundup. Filling up. Got my generic tool, my Roundup. There's the tillings on the other side there. 6 gallons of this, 12 gallons of that, and 1 gallon of Explorer. Fill it up. Just load it up. Let's get out of here, let's finish this load before it starts to rain. There's Nathan over there planting. Pat is planting down south. The skies don't look friendly this way. We'll see if we actually get a shower or not. Curtis is field cultivating ahead of Pat. So as you can kind of see, I'm going against the rows, or kind of at an angle. I just have fat tires on, and I don't have the width. You can't set the width up correctly to basically try and straddle the rows with this case sprayer. So you're gonna run over crop regardless. Try to run over as minimal as possible by going sideways. Hey guys, so you know what the drill is. Too much footage for one video. So we're moving on to the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day. Stay safe. I'm down in Tennessee right now. I don't know why the screen's all over the place. Must be my bright face. I'm down in Tennessee right now. We're actually cutting canola. So that's an interesting crop to cut. I hope I can get you guys some video, but we're slowly getting caught up. And we'll be caught up to present day in the next week. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So have a good one.